Yes, hello folks, welcome back. I'm hoping you're doing well, whatever you are. Now, it seems like Samia'S law is still not off the hook. Still, uh, the world is after her, and the world is making sure that what she did prior to elections and during elections and after elections will not go unpunished, either by law or by sanctions or by whatever. Because the messages I'm getting on Twitter, I'm telling you, it's like people have not moved on. You see, the people of Tanzania seems to have moved on because you're not seeing any protest, which of course I think peace is very important. But now the powerful people of the world have said, no, no, this is not ending this way. It is not ending this way. We have to fix Africa. That's what they're saying. Now, let me share a message from Sadc. Okay, from Sadc. And yesterday, remember I talked about it. Again, another one. This is a new one. Saying that some stakeholders were reluctant to share information with the observers and often referred them to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation for further information. Despite carrying their accreditation cards, our observers in Tanga town were subjected to aggressive interrogation by the security forces, had their official documents taken, including their passports, seized. Though later they were returned and were forced to delete mission photographs from their official gadgets. Something saying that these people were allowed not to take anything. Yes, their gadgets were taken and everything was deleted. Of course, they did that because probably they were trying to delete evidence. They were trying to do away with evidence. Maybe the observers had, taken photos of rigging, maybe. So the officers, the Samia'S officers, took them and deleted them because they did not want any evidence that might, make Samia'S law or make him have troubles in future. So Sadc is insisting that Tanzania election was not free and fair. And of course, I think the world knows that because there's no way millions can be demonstrating if at all the elections are free and fair. People can only demonstrate when elections are not fair and fair. And remember, this demonstration was the whole country, not a section, the whole country. And now we have another document here. I would like to read it for you. Democracy under siege. I will not read all of it, but it is online. I'm sure you will get it. Democracy is under siege in Africa. President Chamisa notes with deep disdain the alarming developments, events, and violence in Tanzania, and condemns the discredited and undisputed election, marred by violence and encyclopedic irregularities. Yes, irregularities. So this document basically talks about what was witnessed in Tanzania. I think you see, if you ask me, I will tell you that rigging has been there. Mostly in Africa, rigging has been there. Let us face it. And but this form of rigging was somehow brutal. Yes, this was brutal. To the point whereby even the riggers, the people, other countries, are like, hey, this has never happened before. This has never happened. This is not how we do it. Yeah? This lady has gone overboard because you see, you jail your opponent first. After having jailed your opponent, now you vote for yourself by there because there's no way Samia could have attained 30 million votes. Yet people are on the street demonstrating. In fact, even the day of demonstration, people were not there to vote. So it tells you that there was a big problem in the system. And now it's a good thing for Tanzania people because the world is coming out, in their solidarity. The world is crying in them, and of course they're demanding justice. But this is the question I'm asking myself: how will the people of Tanzania get justice? Because already Samia is in office for a 5-year contract, and I don't know, probably after serves his term. Because one thing I know is that someone who's in power is always untouchable. I've seen that in other countries, and I've been using the example of Bashir, whereby there was an arrest warrant on his head, but he was never arrested till today. So you see, bias you see. So you will see now, whenever someone's in power, it's always a big problem to deal with him or her. And that's why you see now Samia'S had to make sure that she is sworn in as soon as possible. Because once you are there, now people forget about what happened. The people, that's how it is. Even in Kenya, the same thing happened in the year 2008, if you guys can remember, whereby Raila Odinga, the late, alleged that Kibaki had stolen his votes. What happened? People really fought. And there was massive chaos in the whole country. But Kibaki made sure that he took off of office at night. In fact, Samia'S took it daytime. Kibaki took it at night. Yes. Election was announced today, the following day, he took out of office. Why do you think he did so? Because he knew that once he's now, signed for the next 5-year contract, it is easy to deal with the demonstrators. It's so easy to deal with the world. He never wanted, you see, the world to intervene in that matter. He never wanted observers to go and see the results because he had rigged. So he had to actually swear himself in first and be the president. So that even if there will be cases, he is the president. He has signed, he is the president. I think that's the same thing that happens in Tanzania. Samia'S wanted to swear herself in as soon as possible in a separate ceremony, attended by only the allowed, so that even if people complain, even if Sadc will complain, people demonstrate, she has already signed, she's the president. Yes, Lucy, because she knows that once she's there, people complain, then people will accept. Because they say, pain, time is greatest wound. Pain and wound. Correct my English. So that's how it is. So it's okay for the world to chip in and, of course, try and come up with a solution, because what happened in Tanzania actually was just uncalled for, and no one should ever do that, because it's not right to actually rob people of the leader they want to lead them. Because what has happened in Tanzania, the people of Tanzania have been robbed of the leader they wanted or aspired for. Okay? So thank you guys, subscribe and tell me what you think, and of course I'll see you soon in the next video. Thank you. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.